Satnam. Welcome and thank you for spending this time as we journey together along the path of personal spirituality. My name's Vicki Murtagh from Brisbane Kundalini Yoga and Meditation. And today I'm going to offer a little journey of walking in my shoes. This journey so far has provided 4 pillars towards being able to live a spiritual life. This is allowing the ability to listen to the voice of the soul and integrate this into daily life. This notion is called applied spirituality. And this is where the real strength of spirituality comes, where you're able to listen, act and do in this world, yet guided from the Spirit. So let's look at what these 4 pillars are and the journey of discovering them. The first pillar is knowing that all you need to know is already inside of you. There's no need to seek, there's no need to wonder, it's all there. That inner guidance is allowing your path to unfold, and you need to know just how to listen to it. In regards to my inner journey and my inner guidance, as a young child, it was really strong. There was a really strong connection. However, growing up in middle class white Australian culture, there is not really a place for spiritual connection. So learnt that this inner guidance was to be quiet and was to be stilled and wasn't to be acted on, and this led to a very dysfunctional teenage time and also early 20s. However, even through this dysfunctional experience of young adulthood, the inner guidance continued. It continued to unfold my path and continued to shower the blessings of life upon me. And this beautiful blessing of inner guidance was really sealed and healed and reconnected through discovering a gorgeous mantra. And the mantra is Om Namo Gurudev Namo. And this mantra translated means that I bow down to the inner teacher, the inner guru, the teaching, the guidance that takes one from the place of darkness, of those demoting, crippling habits, into a place of lightness where the soul can resonate. Traditionally, Om Namo Gurudev Namo is used at the beginning of every practice of a Kundalini yoga session, and it opens up a channel, it opens up a bridge between the universal wisdom, that universal consciousness into your higher self. And it really allows you to tap into that divine sense of source. So let's experience this first pillar of all you need to know is inside of you. If you're listening to this in a public place, you can just close your eyes and listen. But if you have got the privacy, just rub your hands together. Bring them into prayer mudra and place your hands, your thumbs in the middle of your chest, tuning into the heart. And close your eyes and listen to the resonance of the mantra. And if you're comfortable with chanting, you can join in on the 2nd or the 3rd round, or whenever comfortable. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. breath, sit within. Keep your eyes closed, keep your hands firmly pushing together. And exhale. And 3 rounds of the mantra are going to be done per breath to really tune in to the resonance of this inner knowing. Join in if comfortable. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. 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 Inhale, suspend the breath. Hold true in the heart that all you need to know is inside of you. Listen deeply to this guidance as it whispers softly, allowing the path to unfold beneath your feet every step that you take. And exhale. Relax your hands down and just settle the breath. Settle the body. And just feel at home. It's really easy to tune into this inner guidance when in a quiet place and someone's directing, but daily life isn't quiet. We have the pressures of doing and lots of time frames and things to meet. And this pressure takes the focus away from the inner guidance. The thinking mind comes into play and it starts to shout and it yells demands and it seeks attention. And we go there. And the thing is that our thinking mind is always going to think, it's always going to be busy, it's always going to be doing. What's needed is something that allows you to not go there, not be pulled into the thinking mind. And when you are pulled into the thinking mind, you need something that's going to bring you back to this center or this inner guidance. And this takes us to the second pillar, an anchor. An anchor is that ability to pull you back, to stay centered amongst the storm of life. And the most wonderful anchor is something that's constant in your life, something that's continuous, and that is the breath. The breath was there when we were born and it will be there until we die. It is the continuous, constant, sustaining source of our life. So it's a perfect thing to anchor into. It's a perfect opportunity to really tune into the breath. In early adolescence, became aware of the power of the breath when starting to work with drama focus activities so that you can calm your nerves and focus in on the real strength, and also played and experienced a lot of body work as a young adolescent, which tapped into how the breath can be used to let go of reoccurring thought patterns and just come still. And ever since then, this anchor has been there. It has gotten me through everything. And it has created a calmness in a mind that a lot of times was very, very unbalanced. Now, after having such a long, aware relationship with the breath, it has now provided this sustainable force that has allowed a liberation to be able to express clearly the truth from within. And every day, the joys and the gratitude for the breath is just filled within the life. So let's now play with your anchor, with your breath, to see if you can build this relationship with this sustaining force that is constantly flowing within your life. To start off with, place your hands on your belly, just below your belly button. Push your hands back and breathe out. Then breathe in deeply through your nose and swell the belly. Breathe out, push the belly back towards the spine. Breathe in, swell the belly. Breathe out, push the belly back towards the spine. Breathe in, swell the belly, and take your hands onto your ribs. Allow the ribs to move out. As you exhale, push against the ribs, relaxing them, then bring the belly back towards the spine. Inhale, belly, ribs. Exhale, ribs, belly. Inhale, belly, ribs, upper chest. Exhale, upper chest, ribs, and bring the belly back. Inhale, belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, relax the chest, relax the ribs, and relax the belly. Close your eyes, relax your hands, and keep this breath going. As you inhale, swell the belly, move the ribs, lift the chest upwards. Exhale, relax the chest, relax the ribs, and bring the belly back. Keep this breath going, and I'm going to count in for 8, suspend for 8, and out for 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, suspend, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One more time. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Suspend. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let it go, but you still have the awareness of the breath. Still notice the breath rising and the breath falling. What's so wonderful about the breath is that it's accessible everywhere, any time of the day, any moment in your life. And here's a little bit of home play, something to experiment with. Whenever there is a moment in your day, have some conscious breaths. Be aware of the belly swelling and then the breath leaving. Moments like red lights, waiting for the kettle to boil, when you're showering, waiting to pick the kids up from school pickup, at meetings when people are ranting and you're losing focus and concentration, especially before you go to bed at night. These windows of opportunity throughout your day provide anchor points where you can ground back in and create the space so that inner guidance is clear. Now, with these two pillars, the inner guidance, knowing that all you need to know is inside, and the anchoring of the breath, are very crucial, but they're also very internal. What is paramount to being able to apply spirituality into your daily life is exactly that. Apply it, do it, act on it. It is the action phase. And this is often where there is the biggest resistance, the biggest difficulty, and the holding back. It's easy to sit on the mountain edge and look out at the beautiful view and be blissed out and surreal. But really, you're sitting on the mountain edge because you're being asked to take a leap of faith, so to say. And the thing with inner guidance and the unfolding is that often the leaps of faith are very gentle little tiptoeing. It might be such as going to bed an hour earlier. It might be some messages or some guidance about having a warm cup of water instead of your third coffee for the day. It might be some direction, like in the morning, wake up and walk around your block for the first thing you do every morning. It's these little intricate actions is how the guidance talks and how the guidance asks you to connect every day. It's like little steps into the cold water, giving you time to adjust before you have to take the next plunge. But what holds us back is our conditioning. As a spiritual being, which we all are, who have come here to have a human existence, it takes us 18 years to learn that, 18 years to figure out what it means to be human and how it is that we are acting here on earth. And in these first 18 years, particularly the first 7 years, is where we learn to develop our characteristics, our identity of who we are. So during these times, people say things to us in our first 7 years of life. And those things, these comments, these interactions become our beliefs. And then those belief systems shape who we are. So to make that a little bit more personal. So when I was young, I didn't have any, or there was no adults around within my family or within my community that were on a spiritual journey, that had done spiritual work. So learned at a young age that spiritual growth wasn't necessarily so-called important, and intuition wasn't spoken about, and didn't know what to do with this inner guidance. So that was a false belief that was set when I was young. Another false belief was the fact growing up in a religious upbringing where we had to be forgiven for what we did wrong and could never understand as a young child why it is I had to talk about the wrongs instead of the rights and the bad things instead of the good things. So that set a belief that people weren't interested in the goods that you did, that the world was only interested in the bad stuff. And so these patternings created a foundation of my growth. Another extremely important journey was the fact of abuse when I was in those pivotal years of my life, from an external person of the family, removed a little bit. And that caused this belief of not to trust, that I was not worthy, and there was no self-worth, that I was to be used. So these false beliefs set the foundation. So when I come to the mountain edge, I have to trust. Yet, I was told as a young child, or I believed as a young child, that you could not trust. So this takes us to the third pillar. The third pillar is trusting the self. And what the self is, it's not the I, it's not the ego, it's not all these belief patterns that have been developed by a child that was trying to make sense of the world. The self is this pure source, this essence that has dropped in, and it is the expansive I am. It's understanding that I am what I am, and I am all of this. And coming into that trust of that self has been a beautiful journey. It has allowed the leap of faith, it has allowed the surrendering of the blocks and coming into what is known as the path of the Satnam. With the Satnam, it means that truth is my identity. This is how in the ancient healing form of Kundalini Yoga people greet and connect with each other and also with their self. It's through acknowledging that I am guided and I am full of understanding my identity. And my identity is expansive, infinite, and divine. The self and the Satnam is about every fibre of my being encoded with divine wisdom, the divine wisdom that is from universal consciousness. And Kundalini Yoga, this beautiful mantra, Satnam, offers this little seed that is planted within the subconscious, and it is then watered the more you use this mantra so that you can blossom into your full potential. So now let's have a little play with this beautiful mantra. Once again, rub your hands together, press them into the heart space and close your eyes. Return back to the rise and the fall of the breath. The inhale, swelling the belly, moving the ribs, lifting the chest up. And the exhale, relaxing the chest, relaxing the ribs and bringing the belly back. And the next time you inhale, internally say Sat. Let it resonate within. And as you exhale, internally say Nam. Let it resonate within. Inhaling, think Sat. Exhaling, thinking Nam. Continue with this breath, allowing the Satnam to ride on the breath. Stilling the thinking mind and focusing on the essence of the self. Sat Nam. And then inhale, suspend the breath, drop into that quiet place. And exhale, relaxing your hands down and gently opening up your eyes. So the three pillars that have been spoken about, you've got that inner guidance that's constantly whispering softly in the ear. You've got the anchor of the breath that allows you to stay centered and not get caught in the waves and the storm of the thinking mind. Then you have the understanding or the reconnection, the trust within the self. Just like tables need 4 legs for stability, so does our spiritual journey. And the 4th pillar offers that. The 4th pillar is the place where all balance and stability comes, integrates these other three pillars and allows one to be secure. Be secure in applied spirituality, where you can live your day-to-day life with the whispers of the Spirit directing. And what this fourth pillar is, it's the most powerful of all tools, it is the mind. The question is though, are you the master or are you the puppet? In today's world, the mind is so busy. It controls nearly everything that we do. And the heart doesn't really have a say. What this pillar is asking us to do is to come into the space of the heart, through resonating with the Sat-Nam, through being anchored into the breath, so that this heart can then whisper this inner knowing to the mind, and then the power of the mind can take on that warrior energy and do what needs to be done. So the neutral mind is that space within. And it requires meditation. Meditation is not sitting still. Meditation is not having any thoughts. Meditation is simply house cleaning. It's simply going into the mind, breaking away from all those demoting habits, cleaning out the old patternings, getting rid of the neuroses that we love, the dramas that we hold on to, and cleaning out so that we can come back into the space of who we are, that Sat-Nam. Meditation can be the stillness that comes when you go walking in nature, swimming. For some it may be bike riding, for some it's playing sport when you get that focus and nothing else matters except for the game. For some it's playing music, for some it's artwork. Meditation is being able to be present in the moment and not attached to what it is the thinking mind is doing. And as Yogi Bhajan, the master of Kundalini Yoga and meditation, says so beautiful, meditation is just taking a mental shower. So how this neutral mind works is that when you come into this space of stillness and you're no longer attached to those thoughts, a space happens. And it's through this space that clarity is received through the inner guidance. Personally, for me, there was this patterning from family life of doing, always doing what the mind's thinking you have to do. So that was a very huge process of breaking that habit down, cleaning that habit out, so that one can just sit and be. Because it's being is what we're meant to be, because we're human beings. And when you are being, that creates, once again, that ability to just tune into the guidance. So let's have a little play with really tapping into this energy of the heart space, coming into the calmness of the heart space, reassuring the mind and letting the mind be still long enough to hear what the heart says. The thoughts will still happen. The thoughts will still go. That's what thoughts do. 1,000 thoughts, the pink of the eye. But don't attach to them. Don't play into them. Use the breath and use the Sat-Nam and use the power of your mind to stay present to this guidance. And place your left hand in the middle of your heart. Get the thumb and pull it as far away as you can. Take your right hand up as if you're taking an oath. And this oath that you are taking is that I am what I am, and I surrender into this heart energy. Apply the Gya Mudra, index finger and thumb touching firmly. This is the mudra of wisdom, the place where inner guidance lies. Then close your eyes and focus deep within. Inhale fully. Suspend the breath and hold the breath for as long as you comfortably can. Allow that sat to resonate within. Then exhale. Suspend the breath out. Once again, hold the breath for as long as you comfortably can. And resonate the Nam. Once again, inhale. Sat. Suspend. And exhale. Suspend the breath out. Nam. And inhale deeply. Suspend the breath. Exhale. Suspend the breath out. And do 2 more rounds in your own time, suspending for as long as you comfortably can. Gently lower your hands into your lap and just return back to your natural breath. Stay within, focusing on that rise and the fall of the belly with the breath. And bring your hands together and rub them. Press palm to palm. Connect into the heart chakra with the thumbs pushing them into the chest. And just to seal this practice off, one Sat Nam will be chanted to really tune you in to that guidance, to allow the anchoring of the breath to ride on your awareness, to allow the resonance of the Sat Nam, the truth of your identity, to vibrate through your cells and bow down to that neutral place, that neutral mind, where the power of your world, your reality, is shaped. Sat Nam. May the long-time sun shine upon you. All love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Hands above your head. Peace to all. Hands at your third eye point. Light to all. Hands at your heart. Love to all. Bowing forward. May our hearts lead the way. Satnam.